Hi, I'm Heather, and that's Chantel, and we're Book Wild.
In this video, Heather and I are going to be talking about our TBR picks for the NEWTS Read-a-Thon, which is hosted by G from Book Roast, and we'll link her video up above, but also a bit of a disclaimer. The NEWTS are the second part of a two-part readathon, which is based on the Wizarding World within the Harry Potter series. The first part of this readathon was the Owls, which took place in April and was the reason why Heather and I started our booktube channel. Heather and I did the Owls back in April off camera before we had a channel, and then just like got more into booktube through that. So we really want to participate in this second section. However, there have been some problems in the community with everything happening with J.K. Rowling and some of the statements she's made regarding transgender individuals. So for that reason, G has decided to distance herself and the readathon from the Harry Potter series and the Wizarding World, but this had already been planned out, and so many people take part in this readathon that she's put so much work into it that I think she just wanted to follow through and have the second installment of that. So we will be participating, but I think along with G and the other members, it's not as structured as it might have been. So we're going to roll with that. We have picked out our TBR picks.
So if you want more information on the readathon as a whole, or what the prompts are, as well as how we chose our specific careers, again, we're going to link to G's description. There's a lot that goes into it, but we're just going to give the books for our prompt to keep it short.
She also has a website, which we will link below.
Oh, yes. Good thinking. So we're just going to be giving the names of the books and the prompts that they meet, and then we'll be giving a full description of what the book was about and what our thoughts were, obviously, during our wrap up for the month of August. But since we're trying to keep this short, we're just going to boom, boom, boom. My career is a spell maker, so I need an O in ancient runes. For the A level, the prompt is Bathsheba Babbling, an author name that starts with a B. And so for this, I am going to be reading The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, which is a huge book. I am a little bit in so far, but I've barely made a dent in this. I've been wanting to read this for a long time. It's an epic fantasy, the first book in an epic fantasy series that everyone seems to love. So that's my first and longest book. The E level is to read a classic. So I will be reading Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery.
I'm so excited for you to read that.
Yeah, me too. For the O level, it's a love rune to read a romance. So I will be reading Tipping the Velvet by Sarah Waters. And then I need an E in arithmancy. So for the A levels, the prompt is Precision is Key, read a nonfiction. And I will be reading Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race by Rennie Etta Lodge. The E level is a book that ends on an uneven page number. And I'm going to be reading Officer Clemens by Dr. Francois Clemens. I'm very excited to read that. I need an E in astronomy. So for my A level, the prompt is Star Chart with a star on the cover or in the title. I'll be reading The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. And then the E level is to read a sci-fi. I will be reading Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, which Chantel loves. I need an E in charms. This is a lot. So my A level is a cheering charm to read a humorous book. I'll be reading Fishbowl by Bradley Summer. This is a book that was recommended by my sister. For my E level, the prompt is Glacius Freezing Charm to read a book set in winter. I don't know if this book is set in winter, but I opened the first page and it said February, so I'm counting it. Song of Solomon by Toni Morrison. I need an O in the history of magic. So for my A level, I am going to be reading a historical fiction, and I will read When We Were Orphans by Kazuo Ishiguro. I hope I'm saying that right. And then for my E level, I will be reading a book with a mainly Black cover. I will be choosing Labyrinth of the Spirits by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. For my O level, I'm going to be reading a book recommended by someone older than you, and my sister recommended The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. Then my last book is I Need an A in Transfiguration, and the prompt for that is the Laboriforce spell, which is an animal on the cover or in the title. And I will be reading Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow, and there's also a cat on the title. So that is 13 books. Thankfully, all of the prompts that I got in our TBR Shoots and Ladders game worked for books for this. So I am very thankful for that, because
I noticed that while you were going, I
like
was
this
not able to make that work.
insane. It's so heavy.
When I participated in the Owls back in April, I chose the career path of Mind Medic. So for that, I have to have an owl in charms. So for the A level is Cheering Charm, read a humorous book. For that, I went with The Earth, My Butt, and Other Big Round Things by Carolyn Mackler. I don't know too much about this. The title made me laugh, so I'm going for it. So for the E level is Glacius, which is Freezing Charm, read a book set in winter. I took a liberty with this one, but I'm going to go with Period Power by Maisie Hill. I did start this a couple months ago. I'm not very far into it, but there's a section, and actually the section I'm starting, which is called Winter. So I figured that was somewhat fitting.
Yeah.
The next prompt is, or for the O level, is Finite Incantatum, which is read a manga. I don't have a manga, and I'm not sure if my library will be open for me to try and get one. I am going to try and get, I looked up some either Fruits Baskets by Natsuki Takaya. I that's not right, that pronunciation. Or Full Metal Alchemist by Hiromu Arakawa. I'm sorry if I butchered those. I did. So I'm gonna try and pick up one of those if I can. If not, manga is the Japanese word for comic. So again, another liberty. I'm just gonna go with the Archie comic, volume 1, if I can't get my hands on an actual Japanese manga. So
The same artist that does Saga. Fiona
is
Staples.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, and this is by Mark Wade, Fiona Staples, Annie Wu, and Veronica Fish. I also need an O in Defense Against the Dark Arts. So for the A level is Bogart. And for that, so that's read a horror or thriller. For that one, I'm going to go with Dark Places by Gillian Flynn, or Gillian Flynn. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. For the E level is Kappas, which is Water Demon, book with demons or water in the theme. For that one, I'm going to go with To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. For the O level, that's Red Caps, read an epic fantasy. And for that one, I'm going to go with Red Seas Under Red Skies by Scott Lynch. I need an E in Muggle Studies, and for the A level, it is to read a comic. So for that one, I'm going to go with Afar by Leila Del Duca and Kit Seaton. For the E level is to read a book by an author of a different race than yours. So for that one, I'm so excited. I'm going to be picking up Trail of Lightning by Rebecca Roanhorse. And this is by an Indigenous author. And I'm so excited. It's like post-apocalyptic. Oh, I just can't wait. I need an E in potions. So for the A level is ingredient Flying Seahorse. And that is book with sky in the title or on the cover. For that one, I'm going to go with Even If the Sky Falls by Mia Garcia. And the E level for that is Doxy Side, author name starting with a D. For this one, I'm going to go with The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield.
Yay.
And my last subject is Transfiguration, which I need an E in. So for the A level is Lapforus spell, which is an animal on the cover. For that one, I'm going to read A Man Called Ove or Ove by Frederick Bachman, because I can't. And my final book for the E in Transfiguration is Draconifors, I'm not sure, spell, which is book with dragons or fire. And again, I took a bit of a liberty with this one, but I'll be picking up Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury.
Nice. So these are all the books that we have to read in the month of August. Wow.
Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Ow, I'm getting rug burn on my butt.
Where are you? Why can I not see you?
I'm here. Oh no. Oh no.